In today's dating landscape, the rules of engagement are changing, and fast. Women are no longer willing to settle for surface-level charm or outdated gender dynamics. The evolved patriarchy crisis has made one thing clear: if men don't address the deeper social and personal issues that shape modern relationships, they may find themselves without a date or mate. The 4B movement is underway. Women are not taking any BS as dating and partnerships are a high-risk adventure. Women's voices have become louder and they are not willing to settle or even entertain mediocrity. They can block and vet faster. They have no time to waste on shenanigans. Are the men in denial about the current dating landscape, or just pretending to be? The men are still using old-fashioned techniques to try and nail a date. The men may be able to do these things due to the societal imbalance, i.e. the gender and wage gap. Real men talk about real issues. We have to get real on issues that matter. Are some men far removed from the issues that are plaguing women? Or have they shut it out entirely because it doesn't involve them directly? Or because they don't want to be involved and maybe these issues are too big for them to handle? Are the men fighting the evolutionary trend of modern-day dating? Or do they think that the women are still passive, compliant, obedient little creatures that will melt at every whim a man says? The men are trying to claim innocence too and will try to state they're not into politics, and the women see your cards and are not playing that game either. Was the true nature behind dating the concept of how far and wide the men can manipulate women? And when the skills of manipulation no longer work, are the men truly lost? Like they do not know how to get a date and be a human person with skills like authenticity and good communication. Is the patriarchy the cause of our current dating landscape? How not to be 4B'd from the division of household labor to reproductive rights. Men need to be ready to engage in meaningful conversations about the pressing issues women are facing today to avoid being 4B'd. And it's not enough to simply listen, they need to show they're willing to act. The women are looking for advanced attributes. When the men say they are kind, that's great, but isn't best to see kindness in action? They say they are good listeners, that's great, but let's see it. One man said he was a good helper. Being a helper is not an attribute in today's society. Women are not looking for helpers. Children are helpers. Yes, dating is now an interview. Just like a job. Men, get your dating resumes together. Get your thoughts together and be willing to speak and share on the current social issues. Dress up, look nice, get your teeth whitened, shine your shoes, trim your beard. If you say you are no drama and go with the flow, then you can sit this one out, cause modern dating isn't for you. Life is messy, and in the topics we will discuss below, they're drama-inducing because they are not fun topics to discuss necessarily, depending on audience. Within the first couple of conversations, the men need to surface the following items up front and without being prompted. These topics are already swirling around in the heads of the ladies. All of these are heavy, big adult topics. Get out of your sweatpants and put on your big pantaloons. Respect for women. The patriarchy has historically devalued women's voices, needs, and autonomy. Many men still struggle to show genuine respect for women as equals. Where is his level of respect for women and how is it demonstrated? And the women need to be able to determine if he is being authentic, or is it just lip service? Abortion and sexual health. Women are facing increasing restrictions on reproductive rights, which directly impact their autonomy and health. Discuss reproductive autonomy, how unexpected pregnancies would be handled, and the importance of advocating for access to abortion as a healthcare right. Women's rights. Explore the challenges women face, how to support gender equality in everyday life, and how societal dynamics influence relationships. Sexual health within relationships. The burden of contraception has largely fallen on women, despite the availability of male-focused options like vasectomies. Talk about shared responsibility for contraception, open communication about sexual health, and long-term family planning solutions. If the men are not able to address these topics, they are not ready to date or be in a relationship in the modern era. We have to go back to the drawing board. Everything has to be revamped. The current state of the patriarchy, deconstruction. The talk of the patriarchy is a complex topic and it will not be completed with one conversation. The concept is to start and open the doors to having ongoing communication about it. Reflect on the impact of the patriarchy on society, individual roles in challenging its influence, and ideas for fostering equality. Division of household labor and weaponized incompetence. Gender roles. The imbalance in household labor remains a significant source of tension in relationships, with women often managing both work outside the home and the majority of domestic responsibilities. Address expectations for equitable division of tasks, recognizing the mental load and strategies for maintaining balance. Explore perspectives on traditional versus modern gender roles, balancing societal expectations, and creating equality in decision-making. Relationship emotional manipulation. Topics such as relational narcissism, emotional manipulation, and dating motivations should be discussed to see if pleasant communication can occur on such a complex issue. Reflect on the importance of healthy communication, accountability, and avoiding harmful dynamics in building a strong relationship. If the men are not willing or able to do these things, then we wish them well on their boat with Fido. Women are not against men. Women have moved into survival mode, and if the men are an additional threat, we all know the stats on DV, then we cannot be partnered. Gauge the conversations while these issues are being addressed. Women need to be able to gauge how she feels during and after the conversation. For example, is she at ease, or has this started an argument? Does he appear rigid in his thinking? Does she feel safe, including emotional safety during the conversation and after it ensues? Is she being disrespected or stonewalled, or is she able to share openly about things? Is she cut off in conversation? Or does he allow her time and the ability to think on the spot? Does he finish her sentences? What is the flow of communication like? Does he twist and turn the conversation around, or blame shift, to fail to take responsibility? Addressing these topics is essential in today's dating landscape. It paves the path with open discussions on this evolving modern fast-moving era post-election. Many women will be quick to join the 4B movement. It's not a threat to men. Women have to quickly adapt to the world we are in, and men may or may not be factored into it. Approaching these conversations with intention and curiosity paves the way for partnerships rooted in equality and shared growth. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out our other videos, like this one here. Drop a comment and share your thoughts. Subscribe, share, and we will see you in our next one.